Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show with your hosts Lee Silber and Ellen Goodwin. This podcast is short, fun, and jam-packed with good ideas that you can start using right away. And here's your hosts, Lee and Ellen.
Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show. I'm your host, Ellen Goodwin, along with my co-host,
Lee Silber.
Hi, Lee. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm better than good.
Excellent.
I'm well read.
You're well read.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Can you read me?
I can read you like a book.
Oh!
Well, obviously, today we're going to talk about books. I've been thinking about it, and I know I do a lot of research. I do a lot of reading. You do a lot of reading. So I thought maybe today we would share with our listeners some of our favorite productivity and efficiency books. What do you think?
I'm actually going to take a little detour on that. Surprise, surprise. But it ties in. So go ahead. Or do you want me to go first?
Go first. You just told me
okay.
we're taking a detour.
Well, I've read most of the productivity, efficiency
right.
books. And for some reason, I seem to retain a lot of it. And I'm wondering, why is that? And I think it's not just that you buy the right book. It's that you take that information and you just pick a couple of things or the core message, or it's so much, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or as you're reading it, you put those into action right away so you can get an anchor to it, a deeper connection to it. Where a lot of people, I'm not naming names, but a lot of people, we've read the same book. Oh, did you read Edward Bliss's book on,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, what'd you think? Did you read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? About sawing.
Right.
I took each one of those. I'm not saying I'm better. I'm just saying that I figure if I'm going to spend the time to read a book, I'm going to get my money's worth out of it, and I'm going to use that information right away.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So go forth.
Okay. Well, well, speaking of a book, you can use the information right away. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Fantastic book. And I will make sure in our notes we have all these books written down. So Atomic Habits by James Clear. He takes what Charles Duhigg wrote in The Power of Habits and expands on it and talks about one of the things is like when we're building habits, it's not so much that we want to build a habit, it's that we want to become that person. We want to become that kind of person that keeps their house clean, that eats healthy food, that, is in shape. So that it takes an interesting spin on building habits.
I saw a quote by Dave Grohl, the drummer for Nirvana and the leader of Foo Fighters, and he said, "Be the person you want to meet." And I thought, that's interesting. Would you want to walk into your own home if it was cluttered and dirty and just disorganized, or your office, or and so I always say, when you come home from a vacation and you come into your house for the first time, you kind of get that smell. Whoa. But also just that the fresh perspective.
Yeah.
My friends are trying to rent their house out, and they realized how much clutter they had, and she realized how much time she spent cleaning it. And so I'm going to tie this in. So for me, with books, what I did is I used to have a whole wall of bookshelves. I narrowed it down to one, and we've talked about this before.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
And so I only keep the best of my books. And as new ones come in that win me over, I will get rid of an old one. And we have a little thing where I live at the beach. It's a little mini library where you put books in and people take them out so they don't go to waste. But I think when it comes to organizing and time management and books are great if you use it. And I think it's the information has to be taken in deeper. And you can have a favorite book or a few favorite books,
right.
And if you read everything, just take the best of each. It's almost like you're building your own book of your favorite tips that work for you. Because I'll read a book and think, man, that is so not me.
Yeah.
And if it's not for me, I'll try it. I might use it a while, but I know I'm not going to stick with it. So I'm trying to find the book that fits me.
Right. Exactly. I have a little free library at my house. Another one that's great is the Willpower Instinct by Kelly McGonigal. I'm saying that wrong. Kelly McGonigal. And this is based on a course that she teaches at Stanford about self-control. So willpower and self-control and how to have more of it. And it's a fascinating book. I know there's some scientific controversy about, do we have a certain amount of self-control every day or not? But nonetheless, this book I think is really fantastic.
It has something to do with the Abdullah Oblongata. Or is that just from the movie Waterboy? I can't remember.
Oh, the amygdala.
The amygdala. Thank you. I knew you would know the answer to that.
And then one that I think is super fast read and you can apply talking
As
about...
it should be if it's on time management. I don't want a book that's 500 pages, for God's sake.
This one is called 59 Seconds. And it is a compendium of different things of our life that in 59 seconds or a short period of time, you can change how you react to them, how you do them. So it's not just an efficiency thing. It covers everything. And this is by Richard Wiseman. So 59 Seconds, great book. And you can apply stuff.
I'm applying it right now. Actually, I'm in the middle of an article about, I wanted to write an article. Kind of what I started with is that, I don't want people just to sit and read the article, the blog, or however wherever they see it, because it appears in a lot of different mediums. But do something. So I had, 10 things you can do in under a minute that will make a difference in your life. Put something away.
Boom.
Charge your phone. Change your screensaver. Send a quick text to someone you haven't talked to in a while. All these little things that take very little time, but
love it.
Make a big difference.
Love it. And of course, you have books on efficiency.
I didn't talk about my book
I know.
once.
I know you do.
I have some self-control, apparently.
Yeah, you have some books. I have one coming out.
my gorilla.
Amygdala. Yes, you have books. I have one coming out. We've got, we could do an hour-long session, but the Faster, Easier, Better show is all about being efficient. So that's our book session. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Faster, Easier, Better show.